Hi, my name is James Gibson. I'm a local musician here in Austin, Texas. What's happening behind me is a group of natural builders are using cob, a mixture of sand, clay, and straw to build a home. Why are they doing this? These generous souls are hard at work because 1,500 families just lost their homes, their jobs, and their belongings to wildfires. In many of these cases, these families lost their entire sense of security with only 5 minutes' notice. Like most, I had not seen the damage firsthand, so I took an opportunity to meet the Gwynn family on the land where their house once stood.
It's like, oh, let's go ahead and get out of here. I think we were kind of lying to ourselves and saying just in case. And we came down this road, hit that lower valley where you could see a little farther. It was like, oh wow, it's going to be gone in 30 minutes. So we ran around evacuating the neighbors and then joined up with my firefighter crew. And then I got to come back the next morning when they cut us for some sleep and saw the place had burned. Actually every house on our street burned. The only structure that survived was the one, was like the vacation cabin somebody had. It's funny. Everybody, everywhere else where people live for a living is gone.
There were seats and little backs of the seats, and there was this little propeller in the front. But we're totally gonna we're gonna bring this one back.
Good.
A little bit of wood.
This is right as rain, right?
It is. Probably even better.
The floors were probably my favorite part of the house because all of the pine trees that we had to cut down for the road up here and the house site and the electric line, we milled on site and then took them, let them dry for a year, drove them to some mill out here in the county. And so the floors were all pines that came off of this land, which is pretty nice. They were very beautiful. Because it's so dry out here, the pines end up with a real tight grain and just lovely colors in them. So that was my favorite part of our house.
Mark and Jennifer obviously have quite a knack for finding things to be thankful for. Right as we were about to leave, Jennifer left us with one last lovely piece of wisdom.
Like, destruction is a part of creation, a sweeping away to reveal that which is more pure.
After leaving the Gwynn's land, we traveled for half an hour before arriving in a more established area to speak with a family that had been building on the land for 20 years, only to see it wiped away in a few hours. Guy shared with us his story of standing to save his home.
I told you I was out here when the fire hit. It burned all night and we got evacuated. I came back the next day, snuck in to see if it got me. And it didn't get me. It was at 3 o'clock the next day. I was out here. In the afternoon, I was sitting on my porch and everything was burning out around me. I was going, oh man, it didn't get me. God does love me a little bit. I thought I am good with it. And then I looked straight across there and I was looking over here and I seen the smoke. It looked really close. And so I drove to my driveway right there, parked by my mailbox. And I looked over there and I seen the flames coming up over the bank. And I said, oh man, it's coming again.
This is home. It looks like hell, but it's home. So that's my plan of attack, is just get it clear and start rebuilding.
But if you saw what this looked like before, you would be devastated, even not living here, but just knowing.
So my friends and I formed the Rebuild Bastrop Committee. It's a small group that's dedicated to raising national awareness to provide the citizens of Bastrop with a renewed hope and revival and the resources to rebuild. So we're raising $110,000 to put on a benefit concert that will raise upwards of $500,000. How better than with a celebration that will directly connect all affected families with the support that they so desperately need. Unprecedented devastation calls for all of the help that everyone can give to make things right. From haircuts to home building, and kind words to homemade meals, everyone has a way to help. Let's all do our part to help turn misfortune into abundance. The Rebuild Bastrop Committee will establish resources to directly connect to the community. So forward your donation to austinamp.org's PayPal account.
Today I saw an angel that had fallen to the ground, and stricken by her sadness and hoping to be found. Well, I couldn't help but wonder what heaven didn't want, with a beauty such as this one, with a beauty such as this one. Let's get together, build a room, to love each other. It's up to you, to see you makes me try hard. It makes me try hard.
One minute you're in the clouds, next minute you're on the ground, and you're still trying to figure out what happened to the crowds. Spent the night with a pretty face, just to wake up with a bitter taste, and then you jump back to the morning race. You still got bills to pay, it's just how it goes. When you're dealing with yourself, it's either hot or cold. So you just want to explode and scream, oh, I guess I haven't been myself these days at all. Don't you know sometimes I need to get away. See, I pulled that move before I slammed the door.